So, how do we market younger generations that drink less? 20% of Gen Z say that they don't want to drink regularly at all, based off of the different beers that they drink, such as Bud Light, Miller Lite, and Blue Moon. Well, despite this, one drink is sure to make a positive impact on people's lives and for the alcohol society. So, how do we get Gen Z to go from beer to White Claw to this new trend? So, what makes White Claw? White Claw is a new beverage for newer generations. From its fresh new alcoholic beverage, from 100 calories to 2 grams of carbs and 5% alcohol intake, and also a gluten-free based, and its several flavors to appeal to younger generations, it's sure to make a comeback. 15-second video. So, based off of the video that you just watched White Claw come to life with its showing off its new flavors and its also healthy body intake. You're sure to get it off the shelves this year. The drinking habits are changing, but White Claw has adapted new ways for that to make a comeback, such as the lower alcohol content, the different flavors, such as black raspberry, natural lime, raspberry, lime, and grapefruit. And it's also more healthier for you, such as the gluten-free based system and its low calories. So when you go into a store and you go to the beer section, the alcohol section, you look at the different beers such as Bud Light, Miller Lite, Budweiser, Busch, and then you go and look at Smirnoff or Mike's Hard or wine or the liquor. But what most people aren't looking at is White Claw. And that's what White Claw is trying to do. They're trying to make a comeback. And that's what they are sure to do this summer. Now, when people go into the store, they just grab whatever off the shelf. They don't look at the alcohol intake. But for this, you should, because the low alcohol content appeals to younger generations that don't want to drink as heavily, because based off of the different percentages of beer that is between 4 to 7%, White Claw, it's only 4% of alcohol intake per can. Now that is a difference. Based off of the different flavors, like I said before, black cherry, raspberry, ruby grapefruit, natural lime, and raspberry. White Claw has different flavors that they're coming out with this summer, such as melon and watermelon, just to name a few, whereas beer doesn't have different flavors that you can choose from, where White Claw does. Now on to the healthier stuff. Like I said, it has the low calorie and low carb count appeals to healthier people, and that's what everybody wants. Like I said, it contains 100 calories, 2 grams of carbohydrates, and less than 3 grams of sugar per can. Where versus beer, take for instance Bud Light, and it has 12 calories and 29.
As time goes on and generations grow and evolve and the desire to drink is starting to decline, this trend could eventually spell bad news for the industry of alcohol. Fortunately for the industry, there are brands now that know how to adapt, overcome, and achieve. Hard seltzers have taken the market by storm, and White Claw is being deemed the drink of the summer, and it's pretty safe to say that there's something special going on with White Claw's growing popularity, and it's largely due to the different benefits that it offers to the alcohol brand. White Claw has done a great job of marketing to the newest generation of drinkers. White Claw has done great when it comes to making the brand look fresh and cool for newer crowds to try. And it's also backed by a well-known established foundation for older generations who are less trusting and willing to try new things. White Claw has a variety of flavors for people to try out and try out and see which is their favorite. And this appeals to those who like to switch things up from time to time. Along with many other flavors White Claw has to offer, it has a low alcohol by volume. And then so here you can see that it's popular amongst the younger crowd. We have a younger crowd just chilling on a nice little picnic, having a drink. And this is, like I said earlier, the variety of flavors they have to offer. And then even you can see the 5% ABV, also known as alcohol by volume. And along with other flavors it has to offer, low alcohol by volume. And this means that consumers can enjoy their drink and enjoy multiple before hitting their limit. The wider reach between the different audiences is a huge benefit because a large group that White Claw is able to reach out to includes the gluten-free lifestyles. With White Claw's huge audience it makes sense why it's the drink of choice for so many. White Claw prides itself on being refreshingly convenient. The competitors struggle to find the happy medium, which is why they can't keep up with White Claw. The most popular beers that are low in alcohol content are lacking the flavors. Along with not having a variety of flavors to choose from, they are almost all, if not all, made with some type of source of gluten. This fully excludes those who do not or cannot consume gluten. And most brands of alcohol do not appeal to the newer generations, and if this trend continues, it can spell out some very bad news for them and some great news for White Claw. There are some liquors that have a variety of flavors, but they tend to be higher in alcohol by volume. Also, the cost of a bottle of liquor is also going to be higher than just buying a White Claw. These flaws in the alcohol industry are what gives White Claw the space to grow and own about 55% of the market.
So after everything that you've heard today, I bet that you're still kind of wondering, why should we do business with White Claw? And that's what I'm here to tell you. So White Claw is this really new and exciting product, and with that kind of can come some fears of, oh, are they inexperienced? Is this whole thing just going to be a fad? Is it going to fade away? And our answer to that is no. We're actually owned by Mark Anthony Brands, an alcohol brand that has been around for quite a while. One of our more successful products is Mike's Hard Lemonade. And along with that, that product has been on the shelf since 1999 and has remained successful and always sold well since then. And it's only gained popularity since then with all kinds of crowds. So we really do believe that we have that backing and that experience behind us to help us succeed in this industry. And along with that, and along with us being the new exciting product, over the 4th of July holiday for 2019, White Claw actually accounted for 55% of hard seltzer sales over that holiday. And along with that, White Claw's sales actually increased from 2018 to 2019 by 275%. So yes, we are that new kid on the block, kind of. We are that new exciting product, and a lot of people are afraid of it being a fad and fading away. But to answer that, we do have all of this exciting data. We're only gaining in popularity, and we're backed by an established brand. So you can rest easy knowing that we know what we're doing and we know how to run our brand. And another great thing about White Claw is that it has the highest amount of brand recognition among hard seltzers. A lot of our competitors, not as many people have heard of them. Basically everyone has heard of White Claw at this point. Otherwise, you're kind of living under a rock. And the nice thing is that White Claw is starting to become synonymous with hard seltzers. And what I mean by this is that White Claw is becoming kind of like Kleenex. No one ever asks you for a tissue, rarely. People always ask you for a Kleenex, you know. And the same thing is starting to happen with White Claw, where even if someone is looking at purchasing or drinking one of our competitors' hard seltzer products, they're constantly comparing it to ours. Ours is like that standard, you know. So that's kind of nice because it means that every single time a person interacts with a hard seltzer at all, they're thinking of White Claw because we are becoming synonymous with the product. And to kind of reinforce some of our product's strengths, White Claws are much healthier than a lot of our competitors, a lot of alcohols in general, because we do have that lower calorie count. And we also have that lower carbohydrate count, lower amounts of sugar in our product than most other alcohols, and we're gluten-free. So we cover a lot of bases there. Whether you need to follow those things for personal choices, dieting, whatever it is, or if you even just have a gluten allergy, White Claw is a product that you can drink, and you can drink without worrying about the effects that it has on your health. And it's available in 5 different flavors, which all taste great. And we have 3 more on the way that are going to be on the shelves very soon. We are, like I said earlier, low in alcohol content. And this is nice because a lot of people in the younger generations don't want to constantly drink heavy amounts of alcohol with higher alcohol content. They would rather have, just a few drinks and have those drinks be fairly low in content so that they can drink more casually. But of course, if they do want to drink more of our product and have a bit more of that alcohol content in their systems, that is an option. And it's something that our product is also good for as well. And to say again that it's very important to us that we are backed by that really established brand, Mark Anthony Brands. This brand has been around for a long time. It's not going anywhere, and neither are we. And along with that, White Claw is on track to becoming the drink of choice for millennials and Gen Z. And this is going to ensure that we have really high sales and success for years to come.